My name means, my Kickapoo name, Kispiana, means, it's a verb. It's a verb. The word is a verb. And it means a person that was wounded during one of the wars, and she was carried back. She was a warrior, and she was carried back to camp. The Kickapoo traditional tribe of Texas has 2 reservations. One in Eagle Pass, it's 125 acres, and we have one in Nacimiento. And it's by Musquis, Mexico. It's about 110 miles from Eagle Pass. And the difference between the 2 reservations, well, one of them's 17,000 acres, and that's the one in Mexico. And this one's 125 here in Eagle Pass. The difference between these 2 reservations is one of them is very religious, very sacred. And we have all our ceremonies in Nacimiento. And it's very important to us, and we never leave it. We go to Nacimiento almost every weekend. The only reason I think that we're in Eagle Pass and on the reservation is for job-wise, because there's no jobs and there's not much farming in Mexico anymore. So we come to Eagle Pass to work, and some people receive assistance, and others go to school. I think that's the only reason we're in Eagle Pass. Every year around February, first week of February, we have our new year. At that time, we celebrate people who were fasting all winter stop fasting. And we have feast, we eat, and then the child naming starts. And then we start having ceremonies for people who have died. Everything is open to us at that time. We're able to play sports. We're able to play all kinds of games that we weren't allowed to play all winter. So to us, it's a very joyful time. And it starts around February, and it stops around the second week of April. When I go down there, it's different for me. It's like I'm 2 different people. When I'm here, I have to think work and professional and all that. When I'm down there, I'm just me. You know, I'm Native American. I love who I am and where I am and what I'm doing. And it's different. It's really very different. It's 2 different people. And people who work here, we've talked about it before. You know, my cousins and just a lot of people from the tribe who are working here and having to go down there every weekend. We talk about it and we all laugh because we realize even when we're here, we're different. Because all the things that we talk about, the subjects that we discuss here, are very different from what we talk about when we're in Mexico. So, and it's fun, but it's tiresome too because we leave Friday afternoons after work, and it's a 2.5-hour drive, which is not too far. And we spend Saturday and Sunday evening, we come back. And you only have 2 days to be free, totally, you know, yourself. And then when you're back over here in Eagle Pass and you're having to work, and people just don't understand, like, you were somewhere else and somebody else.
My Indian name is Utapipianak, and it means I'm picking up berries from the ground. Well, I'm proud of being a Kickapoo, but it's also hard being a Kickapoo. I mean, it's difficult. I mean, with our tradition and everything, keeping up our tradition is hard because some of the young people are starting to, you know, forget things and don't pay attention to it anymore. And some of our old people are afraid that we are going to lose our language as well as our tradition in the future.
esket esikina Kickapoo ya.
No.
Ni kuehtamaan ni paipanaan tekee Kickapoo ya.
It's like what I said, you know, she's afraid of us becoming extinct, you know, disappear like dinosaurs, you know. I speak 3 languages. My first language was Kickapoo, and my second and third language would come about the same time because we would migrate to America and then come back down here in Mexico. So I spoke English and Spanish about the same time. The reservation we have in Eagle Pass is it's just a reservation where we can live and work for our families and everything. It's not really traditional. But the one here in Mexico is very traditional, and we respect it very good, very much. When I say the reservation here in Mexico is traditional, well, behind me are the really traditional houses from the Kickapoos, and the houses in Eagle Pass in the reservation are a lot different.
We do not ask for much.
They just want a place to stay.
God, of the face of Mother Earth.
For the longest, I was their eyes, I was their ears, and most of all, I was their mouth. I stood up for them. I took them to the doctor. Whatever they needed, I wrote letters. Whatever the elders needed, I was there to help them. I took time. I never saw these people as a tribe. I never saw them as a mass. I saw them as individuals. I knew their heartaches. I knew their sadness. I knew their happiness. I knew their death, their marriage, and most of all, their birth. I got to see a lot of their ways, their ancient ways, the gathering of the mountain pepper, the tanning of their hides, the jerky that they made, the ceremonies that part of it I saw, and that is of the hunt, you know, or whatever. But I cannot go into ceremonies of their religion. Why? Because I was invited, but that is not our way. We don't belong there, and it's a mockery, you know. So the sacredness of the tribe, it is left to the sacredness of them, you know. I respect it that much. And they will keep on traveling. They will keep on growing, you know. And what is so beautiful that they have penetrated the outside world. They are Kickapoos. They have their religion. They have their culture. They have their ways. They haven't their tongue. They haven't forgotten. They have learned other things to benefit by and to be able to communicate.
Carrón, petan chamica.
Quiero que le
Pues sí.
We live in these traditional houses because we choose to. This is our way of life. This is our culture, our tradition. It's been this way for years. This is how we choose to live. And, you know, if somebody were to see how we lived in these traditional houses, they would probably say, God, why would anybody want to live here now in 1994? But this is what we choose. What makes us who we are? If we were to leave all that, what are we? We're not Kickapoo anymore. And we don't want to lose that. Not in my lifetime anyways. And I hope not in my children's lifetime either. The traditional houses are tied in with the tradition, the culture, the religion. In fact, keeping a house to us is a religion. Keeping a traditional house is a religion. And certain ceremonies do take place in this, and they're sacred. They're sacred to us. I guess you could say that as long as the houses are alive, the traditional houses, then this world is alive. The earth is alive. And that's what's so important, keeping these houses, because if they cease to exist, no one's going to exist anymore. I'm not just saying the Kickapoos. And we just don't want that to happen. Nobody wants to die.
We built the winter houses in October, and we live in them till April. The reason why we have two different houses is because in winter it's colder, so that's why we built the winter houses, because they're warm and cozy inside. And with the summer house, well, they're big and they have a porch, and you could just sit outside and feel the breeze. I like the summer house better because it has more space inside and on the outside. And I get to choose where I want to sleep, inside or the outside. Well, the only part a man does is helping lift up the heavy cattails, or do a heavy job, but it's a woman's job to make sure the house is built the way it should be built.
The mats, well, they're year-round. You work on them year-round. Because then you use them for the winter houses and you use them for the summer houses, too.
I've been working this for like 5 hours and I have this much more to go. I started when I was 11 and like 11, around there. I only did the small ones, I never did the big ones. And right now I'm doing the big ones because I'm older and I know how to do them. Why is it important? Because that's my culture. To keep up with our religions. Nisa, go ahead. Kaya na bawa. Napakawat. Like twice. I'm using twice. Would you able to make one? No.
Nej. Nasi. Bäckskade.
We're at my mother's house, her traditional house, and we're sitting on top of sleeping mats, original sleeping mats, and they run across all the way to the other side, and this is where we sleep. We don't have closets in traditional houses, so we have boxes where we store whatever we own, and we put them in the sides, in the back ends of the house.
This is the stitching of the cattail mats, and that's what I mean by when I say we sew them. We sew them together. These are the different rows of stitching, and on the other side of the mat, it looks just like that. It is done the same way, and it makes a strong mat, and it keeps the rain from going inside the house.
Ceremony, when does that happen? Does that happen right after the child's born?
The naming ceremony happens every year right after. Let's say the baby was born in November, okay, and our New Year's not until February the following year, in the calendar year, and that baby, when he was born to the day that he gets his name, he's called little boy, baby boy or baby girl, depending on which gender he is, and when it comes time for the naming, she or he attends a ceremony, and it's usually all morning. They get their name, and then from then on, he puts away, they tell him to put away his baby boy or baby girl name. That's how you say it, baby girl, baby boy. And then from then on, they start calling him by his name, his real name. And when someone is given a name, everything on earth knows that baby is born and that he's come to live in this earth. And from then on, everything on earth knows him, and will always know him because of his name. If he hadn't been given a name, if he were to die before he was given a name, he would come back as another baby. Okay? And that's what we believe. My oldest brother Joe, his name is the Dahkia, and that means, since he's from the Bear Clan, that means that, like there's a berry tree, or how do you say that? A berry tree, and it's at the edge of a cliff. That's his name. A berry tree that's on the edge of a cliff, that's his name, the Dahkia. And he was named by my grandmother, and my grandmother's from the Berry clan. Our clans, since we all have different names from different clans, in my family, it doesn't make a difference. We're all close. We're all very close. But during a ceremony, then we each have our own clan to attend to, the ceremonies to go, and we know where to go and what to do, depending on which clan we're from. So I think coming from different clans, the names, it doesn't really make a difference in my family. But for religious purposes, we each have our own clan to attend to.
Are some clans larger than others?
The biggest clan right now, at present, is the War clan, and that's where I'm from. My grandmother, my father is from the War clan, so it's a very important clan. Mr. Aniko, our religious leader, is from the War clan, so it's very important.
Who, your father named you. Who decides who gets to name the child when the child is born?
When a child is born, and it's pretty healthy, and when it's time to be given a name after the New Year, after he's born, the parents decide who is going to name the child. If somebody were to approach him before the New Year, before the naming of the child, to approach him, a relative, let's say my aunt, for instance, did that on the occasion when my brother got his name. She approached my dad and asked if she can name, be a godparent, is that correct? For my younger brother, Carlos, and his name is Nesisik, and that means bear who sleeps alone. So he got his name from my aunt, who named him. So now, like for in the religious ceremonies, he would be attending to the bear clans, and the Bear Clan have a certain type of attitude. People who were named, like from the Bear Clan, they're thought of as mean and arrogant, and when I think about it, it's almost true for my brother. Since he's from the Bear Clan, that's what my mother says. When he gets upset for every little thing, she always claims that, oh well, he's just from the Bear Clan. They're just that way.
But what word is she saying when she doesn't use the word clan, does she? What's the word in
Kickapoo? The word for clan. Just a minute. We say, the word for clan, there is no word for clan, not that I know of, but we always say, Tanakitochiro, and where is your name from? And then we all know, basically, okay, from the Warrior clan or from the Berry clan, depending on what our names are.
So you think each person with a different clan has a different personality?
Well, no, from the Bear Clan,
Yeah,
specifically from the Bear Clan. They have a different personality. It's just the Bear Clan.
What other names of clans are currently active now? I know there've been a lot of in the past, but
My younger sister, who belongs to my mom, is from the Thunder Clan, and so are my children. They're from the Thunder Clan also, and that means. And she's the only one. My sister Vicky, her name is Orake. That means dawn, the color of dawn, or Orake. It means yellow dawn, or that color, yellow or red dawn. And she's the only one in my family that is from the Thunder Clan.
I think in that speech when you talked to us, you said there were 7 active clans.
7 active clans that I know of.
What?
I don't remember all of them. The clans that I remember are the Bear Clan, the War Clan, the Berry Clan, the Thunder Clan, the Water, the Buffalo Clan, and the Bird Clan, I believe. I think I remembered all of them.
How do you find out about the ceremonies when they're happening?
The way we find out about the ceremonies, somebody from Nacimiento calls somebody here in Eagle Pass, somebody to tell the people here, and we all find out about the same time.
And tell me again, who's deciding if these ceremonies are going to happen? Who orchestrates all of these ceremonies?
Our religious leader is the one to tell us, well, the ceremonies will start tomorrow. And then they start preparing the houses and cleaning and just informing the people and getting ready. And it takes a long time. But within 24 hours, the feasts begin. And you really don't have much time to think about it. Well, whether should I go or should I not? You just need to make up your mind pretty quick.
How do you point to
The women are the builders of the. Por favor, because this is your house. Because that is important. To me, it is anyway. Men don't do shit. That's not on camera.
Women mostly work on these houses, and it's a woman's job. Men don't usually work on these.
Men don't do anything in the houses?
Oh yeah, not usually in houses. I mean, they help out in getting the material and stuff.
Well, men, the only part a man does is helping lift up the heavy cattails or do a heavy job. But it's a woman's job to make sure the house is built the way it should be built.